everybody. Nice to be here. It's springtime, and every year in springtime, I find myself thinking about my experiences in high school theater. Because that's when we do the musical. And this might surprise you folks, but in high school, I was a theater nerd. So by the time I got to my senior year, I had a pretty good relationship with the head of the theater department, and so I felt comfortable pitching the idea that for our spring musical, we should do The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. If you're not familiar with that show, I should point out the title is not a metaphor. It's about a brothel in Texas. It was made into a movie with Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. And my motivation for suggesting it was kind of self-serving, because I thought that I would be a lock for the role of the governor, which is the part that Charles Durning plays in the movie. And I've been working on my Charles Durning impression since I was 8 years old. I'm not going to do it now. It's part of the time or place. Right, I don't have any companies. So yeah, I was motivated by self-interest, but that was not my main selling point in making this recommendation. Okay, I thought I had a pretty good argument. For example, every year, one of the problems we had was that there was always a lot more girls who wanted to be in the musical than boys. And whatever else you think about The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, there are a lot of roles for women in it. So there's that. And my other big selling point was about publicity. Because I can't say for certain that we would have been the first high school in America ever to do a production of The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. But I'm pretty confident that we would have been the first Catholic high school. And that's the kind of thing that gets attention. We could have gone on the local news. Regional papers reported it. It could have gotten written up in USA Today. Seems like the kind of thing they report on. And that's just good for ticket sales, frankly. Now, of course, we ended up not doing that musical. And I can easily imagine you thinking, dang, obviously, there's no Catholic high school that's going to produce a show called The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. It's too adult. It's too salacious. Well, maybe. But you have to keep in mind that the year before that, for the spring musical, we did The Little Shop of Horrors. And The Little Shop of Horrors is pretty adult. It has prostitutes in it. Okay? The girl that I was dating junior year, her character name was Prostitute Number 2. It was right there in the program. Okay? It might have been Streetwalker Number 2, but the spirit is the same. And if the idea is that there is a maximum number of prostitutes that can be in a musical before it's inappropriate for a Catholic high school, that number is not 0. That number is 3 or greater. And you know, Little Shop of Horrors is also fairly salacious. I remember our female lead, sweet, innocent little Shannon Sternbach, mincing around on stage in high heels and a miniskirt and a blonde wig and a leopard print halter top with her 16-year-old boobs pushed up to her chin. Because that's what the script requires. It's right there on page 3. Audrey enters with her tits pushed as far up and out as physics will allow. Now, I realize in that bit, I refer to her 16-year-old boobs. she was 16. Her boobs were significantly younger. Not that I think about it. Anyway, I'm Dave Anyhow. Thanks, everybody.